by experiencing what he does that you get to know him. If someone comes here and is a stranger and they tell me their name, and I like eating, and I like this, I like playing the guitar, I like this, I have not known that person. I don't know who they are. But if I stay with someone and I see their character, because a person is defined by character. The character of a person is the person themselves. Then now I have known the person. You must spend time with God so that you can get the revelation of the truth. And here is the good news. The good news of the kingdom is that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Finally, the kingdom of heaven is at hand today. For many years, after the fall of man, there was a separation, a divide between man and God because of sin. But Jesus Christ, when he died on the cross, he came to reveal the presence of God here on earth. Previously, we could say that earth was like a hell, because hell is where the presence of God is not. Earth was like a place where you could not experience God, and there was a longing, and man thought, maybe this pleasure will satisfy me. See, that is yet another lie. Thinking that pleasure, if I do this, only for you to be disappointed and find out that it brings more despair. Man was looking for something, a source of satisfaction, something to live for. Until when Jesus died on the cross. And now the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Jesus, the reason. That is the other slide. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Jesus, the reason that we can declare that today we are free. Because where the Spirit of God is, there is freedom. We are not saved because we do better than others, or because we are wiser or try harder than others. We are saved because of Jesus. If someone will come today and it was someone who was not saved and ask me today, my friend, you are so confident. Why do you think you will go to heaven? Why do you think that when you die or when Jesus comes, you will go to heaven? And I think, I ponder, and I tell him, you know, I usually fast very much, and I pray. And the way I read the Bible, and the way I go to church, I think I'll go to heaven. If your first reason or your explanation is not because Jesus, then you have the wrong reason. Your zeal, your reasons, your knowledge is misplaced. Salvation is freedom to those in despair, but a burden to the content. What does that mean? It means that for those who seek to please themselves by worldly passions, cannot find satisfaction. Or yet I can put it this way. You cannot serve two masters. You can only serve one. Either Jesus, either God, or Mammon. You must leave everything. And Jesus gave this parable. There was a man who found a land. And in that land, he found that treasure had been hidden in that land. So what did this man do? He went and covered up that treasure. And then he went and sold everything. And came back to buy this land. unless you find a treasure in the kingdom of God, unless you find treasure in God, then you shall not be content. You shall not be freed. You can only serve one master. You must come to God fully. Today, we are presented with a choice between despair and freedom, between good and evil. You must make the choice and go all out. Otherwise, you will never find out why you are failing. It is better you go all out and do the wrong thing, or go all out with Jesus. Don't be lukewarm. If you go all out in the path of distraction, maybe one day you will find out that I was following the wrong path all along. But if you go, you see, there was a man who had died. And this man was had a choice. And there were two lands, one on the right and one on the left. And the one on the right was where Jesus was, and Jesus was calling him, come to me, and I will save you. And on the left, the devil showed him all the pleasures and told him, no, it is too boring on that side. Come here, I will show you how to have fun, how to enjoy. This man was very smart in his eyes. He looked at the two sides and said, no, devil, I know your side is going to eventually lead to distraction. I'm not going to follow your side. And he said, you know, Jesus, I know that your side leads to victory, but I also want to have my pleasures. So what did the man do? He went and sat on the fence. Lo and behold, when the time came, the man saw that the devil was coming towards him and grabbed him. And he said, no, why are you grabbing him? But I had sat on the fence. And the devil told him, the fence belongs to me. The fence has been put there by the devil. It is a deception. The fence is not real. There are only two sides, no fence. Only good and evil. And therefore, it is for you to choose this day to thrive, to strive to enter by the narrow door. Make every effort to enter through the narrow door, because many, I tell you, will try to enter and will not be able to. The more you try, the less you trust. We are saying strive, but may your zeal be directed to try to trust more and not to try to do things by your own way. And I say, as I finish, that lack of trust in God is a sin. Lack of trust is a sin. Everything came about because of lack of trust. Back in the Garden of Eden, it was lack of trust. Lack of trust that God had the best plan for Adam and Eve. They thought, this fruit of knowledge of wisdom, good and bad, sounds like it will make me better. They did not trust that God had the better plan. Lack of trust is a sin. So today, I ask that the Spirit of God shall lead you and that you shall depend upon His presence. I remember that today, as I was standing up there with the media team, I was thinking, Lord, will I remember the things that you put in my heart today? Will I remember what I shall say today as I go there? And I was thinking, maybe this, maybe that. But no, what I was going to put self against that anxiety. And thank God.
I think we can appreciate our preacher today.
Turi kama huo wenye nguvu. Mlima wa Mzeituni, barikiwe.
I think every day is a learning day for us all.
Kila siku ni siku ya kuweza kusoma na kujifunza kitu kwa kila mmoja wetu.
And I really feel for those fellowship which are remaining because they can learn. The bar has already.
Na nawasikilia huruma Jerusalem wale bado hawajakuja kuongoza Ijumaa yao kwa sababu huruma Jerusalem wale bado hawajakuja kuongoza Ijumaa yao kwa sababu gasi imewefi.
I think there is so much I have learned from you, and for that opportunity that you have led us, I really feel blessed.
Na zaidi kwa yote tunamshukuru Bwana kwa sababu hiyo nafasi ya kuweza kutuongoza, na nasikia kwamba nimebarikiwa.
And because it is really our time to pray, we finish before we get the announcements.
Kwa sababu ni wakati wetu wa kuweza kuomba na kufunga kabla ya matangazo.
I just want to mention something small that at least I have felt that one I must share with the people of God.
Nataka tu kusema jambo tu ndogo kwa sababu najihisi kwamba inastahili kushare hii pamoja na watu wa Mungu.